Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for joining Gita Gyan session. Sorry for the delay. So before starting, we'll take the blessings of the Lordships. Sri 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 Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani Sudarshana Bhagavan ki Jai. Vaman Dev Bhagavan ki Jai. Parachuram Bhagavan ki Jai. Nitai Chaitanya Bhagavan ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Let us offer our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are in chapter 7, knowledge of the absolute, and let us read this and then we'll little explain. Bhagavad Gita, 20th verse. Kamaistaistair hritajnana prapadyante nyadevata tam tam niyamam asthaya prakritya niyata svaya. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. So here in the previous few slokas, what did we see? The Lord was telling about who are the four types of people who will surrender and 4 types of people who will not surrender, right? So that we have discussed. Now here the first line itself, Prabhupada is telling very important thing. Let me read straight from the purport. Those who are freed from all material contamination surrender unto Supreme Lord and engage in his devotional service. See, so here he is telling, freed from material contamination, they will surrender to the Supreme Lord and they will engage in devotional service. So the reason what he is trying to tell us is, if we are not totally surrendered, then we will not surrender to the Lord. So the first thing we have to understand is, who is the Lord? Who am I? These are the main important things. And these days we also see that people don't like rules, right? Too many rules. Like, for example, we have got 4 regulative principles: don't eat onion, garlic, that and this, don't eat tea and all. In this material world, the first thing they do is these things only, right? They want to look after the body. But here in Krishna consciousness, we don't allow those things. So people tend to stay away from these rules. They don't like rules, first of all, right? So that is the main thing. And here, Srila Prabhupada is defining a non-devotee. Non-devotee means a person who is not freed from material contamination by nature. They are called non-devotees. Devotee means who? A person who is devoted, right? Devoted to who? To the Lord, not to our senses, my, no. To the Lord, devoted. But here what we see is one leg that side, one leg this side. Some little spiritual, little me consciousness. So that is the problem here. The people are not totally devoted to the Lord, right? And the Lord here, Srila Prabhupada is telling in the purport, even if we have material desires, even if still we can still take shelter of the Lord through Krishna consciousness, then we will not be attracted so much from external nature. That's what Srila Prabhupada is telling here. And there is a wonderful verse of Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusham param. So here the Lord, Srila Prabhupada is giving a very nice commentary about it. Let me read it. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is recommended that whether one is a pure devotee and is free from all material desires, or is full of material desires, or desires liberation from material contamination, he should in all cases surrender to Vasudeva and worship him. So the Lord is telling, doesn't matter whether you have desires or not desires, whatever it is, you have to surrender to the Lord. So still people don't want to, still they want to go to the demigods. Why people want to go to demigods? Because they are less intelligent. Now the question comes, why they are less intelligent? Because they're in mode of passion and ignorance. When people are in mode of passion and ignorance, even if you tell them good things also, they can't understand. And even if they understand, they can't implement those things. That is a main problem with this. They are affected with these two modes, mode of passion and ignorance. And the attitude, the thing is, they have lost the spiritual sense. That is the one thing. The next is desire. They want immediate fulfillment of the desires, material desire, immediate. Like if we have got now Jepto and all those things, immediate. First it was 20 minutes, half an hour, like that. Then immediate, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So that attitude is changing. People, they want everything quickly. And the modes, they are affected by the modes. Therefore, they do not want to go to the Supreme Lord. And their motivation, level of motivation is motivated by small desires and do not know how to realize the supreme goal. They have small desires. They don't have big goals. And level of satisfaction, they're satisfied the rules and regulations of their worship. Small, little. You have nice photos in the altar, little diya, little agarbatti. That's it. Thank you very much. So the level of satisfaction is small, and the rules, they don't want to follow too many rules. And their conception, what is the conception? They think demigods are better for certain purpose as per their study of Veda. For example, a deceased person, what does a deceased? They say, oh, if you are deceased, you worship sun god. So that is the problem. So here they don't want to follow the rules and regulations. Recently, I was listening to one lecture by His Grace Sanatan Dharmadas Prabhuji in Hare Krishna TV. Very nice. He was talking about tea. What will happen if we consume tea and coffee? He was telling that people think that, oh, we drink tea and coffee, it will make our brain fresh, mind fresh, and all that, right? The body will become fresh, they will become active. But he was telling, when we consume this tea, the arteries which carry the blood and all the arteries in the body, they become stiff, they become hard. So what happens is the blood is not moving freely, and even if there is some plaque and through cholesterol, there will be some plaque, right? So because of that plaque, when the arteries become hard, the plaque gets, it doesn't move freely in that arteries, and then slowly it gets clogged. That is the reason, if you see, people say that, oh, I'm drinking tea and coffee and very happy, but they are the one who have more blood pressure issues, blood pressure and all these heart attacks, and all these things happen to the people who drink tea. So these people, they don't know, right? This is wrong. They think, oh, we'll drink tea and we'll become fresh like that. So the problem is because of lack of intelligence. That is one thing. And they don't want to follow the rules. Because of this, see, they're attached to all these things. They don't want to follow the rules. We have 4 regulative principles, right? For example, meat eating. Every nook and corner, there is a meat shop. And intoxication. Every nook and corner these days, there is a intoxication, all these liquor shops, and even in general stores these days we are getting cigarettes, and illicit sex. We got all this Bollywood, Tollywood, they encourage all these things, illicit sex and all. And gambling, some states have made it legal also. They're gaining taxes out of it. So when all these things are very much nearer to us, people don't want to follow the rules. They're already so much attached to these habits, and if you see these days, previously there were not many medical shops, but now even nook and corner we have all these 4 things, and we have medical shops also, because people are thinking they are gaining enjoyment out of all these 4. But the problem is they're getting a lot of material problems also, like diseases and all that increasing. Diseases are increasing. It is said that 10 years ago or 15 years ago, people were not having thyroid, but now most of the people have got thyroid. People, especially in the overseas, gambling is legal. They gain taxes out of it. But it is said that in England, every one person in every home is mentally ill. They say they are developed countries, but actually they are sick. They don't know how to get out of it, and then they take shelter of the intoxication. They become more into it, more and more depressed, and they commit suicides. In Japan, we say that Japan is a very developed country, but the problem with Japan is the young people, very young kids, they are committing suicides, it seems, because they are not able to deal with the pressure, right? Japanese are actually very, they are workaholics, right? Workaholics. They love their work, but the youngsters, they are not able to deal with the pressure, and then they are committing suicide. So what is the best thing? Generally, when we want to introduce Krishna consciousness to people, the first thing they see is, for example, let us see, if we are introducing something new, right? In the same way, when we want to buy something new product, what do we see? we see the reviews, right? First thing is, what are the reviews? What are people telling about it? That is the first thing. In the same way, Krishna consciousness also, if you want to introduce Krishna consciousness to these new people, the first thing they will see is, how is this Krishna consciousness affecting the devotees who are already implementing Krishna consciousness, who are into Krishna? How are they? Are they happy, or they are frustrated with this because they are not they're following all the 4 regulative principles? They are not eating onion, garlic. They are not like no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. All these things. Are they frustrated or they are happy? So the first thing they see is, are these devotees happy? So while I was listening to one lecture in Hare Krishna TV, one Prabhu was telling, once he became Krishna conscious, he was, at his workplace, he was doing the work that was given to him. He was into finance, so the work that he was given to him would generally take for a normal person 4 hours. He would finish it in 2 hours. So everybody were shocked. How can this person finish and after 2 hours he would read Bhagavatam itself in the office. So the boss, people would come and check, what is this guy doing? Is it really working or not? How is he finishing his work in 2 hours? Because what happens is, when we are in Krishna consciousness, we can do things quickly. Mind works very fast. We adapt to new things quickly, like that, So that is the thing. That's how Krishna consciousness, the people see, is this Krishna consciousness giving frustration to people, or are they happy or not? In the same way we see reviews, right? When we want to buy a new product, the same way we should be, first of all, happy. And then people will definitely take Krishna consciousness quickly. And the other thing is, as Prabhupada say, distribution of books and association of devotees. When they come to association of devotees, they will see, people are very happy. When I went recently, when I was new to Krishna consciousness, I used to go to the temple and I would see, people are so happy. The faces are bright and glowing. People are so happy. Kids are running around here and there. They're so happy. All the mothers are chanting. I would see people are so happy. Then that was the main thing that attracted me to Krishna consciousness. So in the same way, when we become happy, definitely it will be like, we can easily bring these non-devotees into devotees very quickly. And here it is, and the one thing that we have to understand with demigods and Krishna is, for example, we'll take a small example. If a kid is asking for ice cream from the father is telling, "Arey Baba, your nose is running, I can't give you ice cream." But then he goes to the neighbor and say, "My father is not giving ice cream, give me ice cream." And the neighbor says, "Arey, yeah, this person doesn't ask me anything, let me give something." Because he will say, "Oh, you're so good," like that, right? The kid will say like that, right? So he gives the ice cream, and then what will happen? He already nose is running, he'll eat ice cream. The throat will get affected. Running nose will increase. He will not go to school. So the problem is, the demigods, they don't understand that what is good and what is bad. Small puja you do, that's it. I mean, the rules and regulations, if you follow the proper rules and regulations, they will give you. But they don't see, how it is bad. For example, we have seen one, I can't remember that asura's name. I think it is Arishtasura or some asura. He asked Lord Shiva, if I put my hand on someone, they should become to ashes, right? And then what happens? He want to use that same method on Lord Shiva only. So Lord Shiva starts running, and then we see, right, Mohini Avatara, Lord Vishnu, he goes to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu takes the avatar of Mohini Avatara, and then they dance. Somebody has written Vakshasura, right? Is it Prabhu? Is it Vakshasura? Something like that. I can't read it properly. So that devotee. Bhasmasura, yes, thank you, Bhasmasura, yes. So that devotee, what Lord Vishnu, he makes him dance, and then he puts his hand on the head. He also does that, and then he dies. So, and also we have seen Hiranyakashipu also. Lord Brahma, he asked for immortality. He asked Hiranyakashipu, and then Hiranyakashipu says, "Even I am immortal. I am not immortal. How can I give you?" And then he gives, you can't die in the morning, evening, that, and there's weapons, no weapons, the human, not animal, like that. And then what happens? Lord Vishnu comes in the avatar of Narasimhadev, Lord Narasimhadev, and then he kills him on his lap with his fingers. And it is like not evening, not night, not morning, not daylight, not night, in between, like that. So when we get things from demigods, it will not sustain. So it is said that as a devotee, the devotee should always take the shelter of the Supreme Lord, and devotees always take the shelter of the Supreme Lord, and that is a good thing. And here the pure devotee doesn't go to demigods for satisfaction of material needs. He depends on mainly on the Supreme Personality Godhead only, and the pure devotee is always satisfied with whatever the Lord is giving. So that we have to understand. So the main thing is book reading, book distribution, as we are trying our best. But I think recently I've seen people, I heard in the news, Japanese people are like, they're cleaning the stadium once the match is over. So what I see here is they're very good. Actually, Japanese are very good in whatever they do, the Germans and all. If we can, and they're very humble also. Japanese are actually very humble. If we can make Japanese Krishna conscious, they can become very good devotees. And the Russians and the Ukrainians, they've already become devotees. They're doing an amazing job. So Japanese and Germans, if we can make them, they'll become very nice actually. So slowly, Sri Hari Prabhu, our Gita Gyan should reach to Japan also, Japan and Germany. That is my desire actually. Thank you, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Any doubts we can discuss?